Hello, friends. Welcome to Self Study, your online learning partner. I'm Dr. Raz, and I'm here to discuss the latest changes done by CBSE in the syllabus of English Code 301 for the season 2018 and 19 for classes 11 and classes 12. First of all, please subscribe to our channel so that I can keep on creating more and more videos to help you out. This video is meant both for students and the teachers. Students can use this video for self-study and teachers can use it as a teaching assistant to their schools and to for their students. Most of the students take English very lightly and they give more time to science subjects. They don't even take the coachings and tuitions for the English subject. For them, this video and the video series that we are going to have throughout the year is going to be very, very beneficial. If you spend just half an hour every day in the evening or any other time when you're free, your English is going to be very, fine, and you will be able to attempt all the questions without any difficulty. But for that, you need to subscribe to that channel. So I request you again to subscribe to our channel so that I can keep you providing the videos of similar kind. Please do like it. Please do press the bell button so that you can be a regular subscriber and you can get the latest update as soon as it is available by me. Now, let us discuss the syllabus of English Code 301 for the session 2018 and 19. This PDF file has been downloaded from Cbse site, so there is complete authenticity of the syllabus. You can completely rely on it. If you wish, you can also download the same from the Cbse website. Uh, before I talk about the change that has taken place in this year by CBSE, that has been given by CBSE, let me talk about the complete syllabus in detail so that you can also find out the changes that has taken place. The background of class of the syllabus is that for class 11, you should have a reasonable language proficiency before you go into class 11, and you should be ready to take up the higher order language skills in class 11. Since class 11 and class 12 English is going to prepare you for your higher studies for the universities and other higher academic institutions, they expect a fairly high degree of proficiency in English to be acquired by you. That's why they are going to focus on the language skills that you will develop. If I talk about language skills, they are four: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So the objectives of the English code has been designed accordingly. The objectives are that after reading or after studying of English, you will be able to listen and comprehend live as well as recorded audios. You should develop a proficiency in the use of language skills so that you can easily participate in group discussions, interviews, etc. You should also be able to translate texts from your mother tongue into English and vice versa. You should be able to read and comprehend extended text like science fiction, drama, poetry, biography, autobiography, etc. You should be able to write in response to the questions that are set in the examinations for you. You should be able to give expository writing and other kind of essays on the given topic, arguments, etc. You should be able to write formal and informal letters and applications. You should be able to prepare a CV, write an email, making notes, making references, etc. Now, the specific objectives of reading is to refer to dictionaries, encyclopedias, skimming and scanning of the texts, difference between what is said and what is implied. You should be able to get. You should be able to draw personal conclusions. You should be able to evaluate few features of character, plot, setting, etc. in plays or novels. You should be able to find out humor, pathos, satire, or irony in the text. Listening and speaking is also a specific part of the testing and teaching objective of class 11 and 12. So this will also be taught and tested. This all should be developed in the student because they are the basic language skills. The specific objective of listening is to listen to lectures, listen to news bulletins, respond to interviews, take part in group discussions, etc. Guidelines for the assessment of listening and speaking. This is basically for teachers. The videos for listening and speaking are available at the website of CBSE, www.cbseacademic.in. You can download the videos for listening tests or speaking skills from there, or you can create your own material and use the same for the testing of listening and speaking skills. The parameters of the assessment should be interactive competence, fluency, pronunciation, and language part, which takes into account accuracy and vocabulary. The schedule should be throughout the year. You should not be testing it at a particular given time of the year. You should be testing the listening and the speaking skill of the students throughout the year. The record, as far as the record keeping is concerned, you can keep the record up to 3 months after the declaration of result. After that, you can destroy the result. CBC won't ask for it. For the speaking skills, they do not want any record to be kept, so you are free to test the students' speaking skills without any record being kept. The objectives of writing is to write letters to friends, pen friends, relatives, or write formal letters to business and official formal letters to any institutions or offices. Should be able to write on various topics of interest. You can lodge complaints, find out information, express thanks, etc. Should be able to write applications or fill application forms, or prepare biodatas for the admission of college and universities, etc. for job. You should be able to write informal reports for various kind of functions or activities that are held throughout the year in the schools or other places. Should be able to write formal reports for school magazines, for local newspapers and other places. About reading, they want to have a good habit, inculcation of good reading habit in the students. That's why they want to focus more and more reading tasks, because reading is something that is very specific and students must be interested to read more and more amount of text. They want to make you independent thinkers and independent readers. You should be able to write a short review, dramatize the story, comment on the characters, etc. after reading a particular text. Now let's talk about methods and techniques of teaching. As far as the methods and techniques of teaching is concerned, the teacher can use multi-skill but learner-centered, activity-based approach. What I mean is that teachers focus more on students' concern. They should focus on learner-centered activities. They should try to inculcate more and more activities in the classroom so that the students should be more and more interested. The activities like silent reading, aloud reading, or any kind of like speaking out the things, or talking to the friends about a particular topic, so that they should be able to read independently and intelligently. They should be able to take part in group and peer activities. Now, after talking about all the objectives of various skills, let us talk about the curriculum of English Code 031 for class 11, 2018 and 19. There are four sections over here. Section 1 or A consists of 20 marks. There are 45 periods allocated for this. In this, there will be two unseen passages set, one unseen passage with multiple choice questions and very short answer questions. So as I was talking, there will be two passages, one for comprehension text and the other for note making and summary writing. For the purpose of comprehension text and note making, there will be three different kind of questions: multiple choice questions, very short answer questions, and long answer questions. The number of MCQs, multiple choice questions, are six, so there will be questions, each carrying 1 mark. The number of very short answer questions are also six. There will be six, very short answer questions to be answered in about 20, 25, 30 words, each carrying 1 mark. There will be one short answer question carrying 3 marks, and there will be one long answer question carrying 5 marks. In total, there will be two passages. Passage 1 will be of 500 to 550 to 600 words length, which will be used for note making and summary writing skills. So note making is considered to be one of the long answer questions of 5 marks, and this summarizing is a short answer question of 6 marks. Short answer question of 3 marks. So 5 plus 3, 8 marks is given specifically to note making and summary writing. Now, the second comprehension passage will be of 350 to 400 word length. And based on that, six very short answer questions and six multiple choice questions will be set. Out of these six MCQs, there may be two vocabulary related questions which we are supposed to answer. Now let us talk about writing section. In writing section, you have 30 marks allocated for writing sections. Here also you have different kind of questions. You have short answer questions and long answer questions. The number of short answer questions are one, which is based on either writing a notice or poster or advertisement, which is of 4 marks. Then you have a long answer question in the form of later, where they will give either verbal or visual input, which will be of 6 marks. So one later of 6 marks. Later will be either official later for making inquiry, registering complaints, asking for and giving information, placing orders, or sending replies. Then maybe later to editor, which is most frequently asked question. They quite often ask this later to editor, or a job application where you are supposed to include your resume along with a later of covering letter. Then maybe later for school or college authorities regarding admission, school issues, requirements, etc., etc. Then after this, there will be a very long answer question, which will be of 10 marks. This is in the form of writing an article, a speech, a report, or narrative. Out of these four topics, article, speech, report, or narrative, there will be one question. There will be an alternate. So out of two questions, you have to answer one, which will be of 10 marks. Now, this 20 marks is for writing section specifically, and now 10 marks are given for grammar, which will add to 30 marks. In grammar section, they specifically ask questions related to determiners, tenses, clauses, models, or voices. There will be 10 very short answer type questions related to error correction or editing, 4 questions related to reordering of sentences, maybe 2 or 3 questions, are related to transformation of sentences, 2 or 3 questions. So also out of these three different kind of very short answer questions, there will be 10 marks. So 10 marks of grammar and 20 marks of writing, that adds to 30 marks altogether for writing section. Then section C is of 30 marks, which is of literature. In literature, you have two books prescribed. I tell you two books, and here the changes takes place. The two books prescribed are Hornbill and Snapshots. Earlier, there was a third book prescribed, which was a novel, The Canterville Ghost. Now, you have to notice that this novel, Canterville Ghost, has been removed from the syllabus. Now, there will not be any question from this uh, book, The Canterville Ghost. There is no novel prescribed, so you should not be buying it. Also, teachers should make change, that should notice that the questions, long questions, will be specifically set from these two books, Hornbill and Snapshots only. There will not be any other question from any other novel. Now, instead of novel, the earlier removed chapters from Hornbill, like Landscape of the Soul, the Adventure, Silk Road, the Lebanon Top, and from Snapshots, the Heart of the Only World. These 5 topics, which were already earlier removed, and novel was introduced. These 5 topics have been re-included by Cbse into the main syllabus. So there will be every chapter of Hornbill and Snapshots in the syllabus. There will not be any exclusion of any topic from the curriculum of class 11 Cbse. Now, that as far as the types of questions are concerned, there will be 3 very short answer questions. They are specifically set from the poetry section of Hornbill. There will be a short extract from poetry, maybe of 5-6 lines, and based on that, there will be three either MCQs, multiple choice questions, or very short answer questions to be answered in about a sentence, each carrying 1 mark. So there will be 3 marks. Then there will be 3 short answer questions out of 4 from the prose and poetry of both the textbooks Hornbill. Two will be from Hornbill and Snapshots. Out of these 4 questions, as minimum 2 will be from Hornbill. The other remaining 2 are 3 may be from Hornbill and 1 will be from Snapshots. So, but minimum 2 will be from Hornbill, 1 from prose, 1 from poetry. They are short answer questions to be answered in about 50-60 words, because each question is carrying around 3 marks. So you should be answering in about 60 words, maybe about a paragraph or two maximum. Each question is getting 3 marks, so there will be 9 marks for these 3 short answer questions. Now then we have long answer questions, and number of the long answer questions are 3 uh, here. One long question out of two will be from Hornbill, to be answered in about 120-150 words. They will be based on global comprehension of the stories or poetry that you have read, for 6 marks. Then another question out of two from Snapshots, which will be based on theme, plot, or incidents of the story, which will be of 6 marks. And yet another long question will be there from Hornbill out of two, uh, to be answered in about 120 50 words, which will be based on the understanding or appreciation or analysis or interpretation of the characters. Here this will be of characters, events, or episodes or incidents of the story. This will be also of 6 marks. So altogether there will be 3 long questions. Out of these 3 long questions, minimum 1 will be from snapshots and 2 will be from Hornbill. So you have to take notice that there will not be any question from novel. So you need to train the students to answer the questions more and more from Hornbill and snapshots. As far as the assessment of listening and speaking is concerned, this I keep on, fourth, section 4. Here you have 45 period allocated for this assessment and, tasting. It's of 20 marks. So the whole question paper is of 80, 80 marks only. 20 marks specifically given to speaking and listening skills. It's recommended that they should be conducted throughout the year and practice inside the class only. You can keep the record for 3 months. Encourage the students to take more and more active participation in the speaking and listening, because speaking and listening is the basic skill required for the higher studies or even for your classes. If they are fluent in listening and speaking, they'll be able to do better in the syllabus. So that's all, friends. This is the syllabus of class 11 for this year, the coming batch. I hope that you have found out the changes that has taken place and you'll find this very interesting. I have planned to have live classes for the students of class 11 and 12 starting from April 1st. Even if you don't go to the classes of English and you attend my classes regularly on YouTube, you'll be able to have good fluency and control over your English code, and you will be able to answer questions every day. I'll be designing the classes according to your school syllabus, a class of 30 minutes every day, so that you should be able to just give 30 minutes, and you will be trying to finish one particular topic in a week every day, focusing on certain aspects of the story and then answering the question, so that you'll be able to get good control over your English code. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, so that we'll be in touch, and I'll keep on updating more and more about the changes and about the chapters that we'll be discussing in the classes to come. Thank you very much.